Name one member of the Baha Men. Tim Robbins. I'm 95% sure that Tim Robbins was in the Baha Men. I'm like 95% sure Tim Robbins was in the Baha Men. I'm ready for Toog Mania. Every night's Toog Mania, baby. Every night. It's mania. It's madness. It's ridiculous. That's what we do here. That's what we do. Hello, everybody. I hope you are good. I hope you are well. I hope you are connected to the fucking servers. This is how I go and play Fortnite with Crash. Not as if that has server stability either. Jesus Christ. I can't wait for Chuck Norris to deliver his own eulogy. Well, you know. Well, you know. Maximum Chaos been achieved at U Sports. Bottom seed Montreal knocked out UBC in a shootout. Get rid of shootouts, am I right? Ew. Shootouts. Where were you? Wait. Where were you when you found out Cam Scadaboo was questionable? Probably right here and like a year ago. It was pretty known that guy is a questionable dude. But, you know. I did see what he said today, and it doesn't surprise me because the guy's a fucking moron. He's good at football. He's a fucking moron. Chuck just started 1,000 years of darkness on himself. At least. At least. I'm separating art meme from artist. That's fair. It always sucks. You know? It always sucks when you're just like, hey, Chuck Norris. Cool. But also then you kind of look up what Chuck Norris, or who Chuck Norris was and what he stood for as a person, and you're like, we're having to do a lot of that lately, at least for people who aren't batshit insane, is having to separate art from artists. It's kind of exhausting. It'd be nice to just have someone pass away where it's like, yeah, that dude was a fucking legend. What a man. It's a rarity, unfortunately. Flames are aware they're in second last, and they should be tanking. Oh, God. Yeah, Cam Scadaboo doesn't believe in asthma. He doesn't believe in CTE. Like, he's just brain-dead individuals, unfortunately. But we live in a society where anybody, myself included, can, be in front of a microphone and just say whatever's on their mind. Unfortunately, a lot of people that do that are fucking stupid. Cam Scadaboo included. Hashtag Roy Halladay. I'm just saying, Crash, if you had the chance, I'm just saying, if you had the chance and old Roy was like, Crash Andrews, you want to go for a plane ride with old Roy Halladay? I think you'd be asking for at least a breathalyzer. Maybe a full-on drug screening. CT doesn't exist when he has his own quarterback put into a blue tent 6 times a season. Yeah. It's only one time I wouldn't. Every other time I'd strongly consider it. All it takes is one time, right? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Same with the helicopter ride. That's fair. That's fair. How dare you bring that up, Crash? That man had a more impressive 80-plus point game than Bam, and you know it. Are we winning the World Series tonight? Well, that depends on whether or not the game wants to crash or not. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't. Because it's been a bit of an issue lately. Not surprised Cam doesn't believe it's CT. That would require brain cells in which to think. That's fair. That's fair. God God damn. All right. All right. I think we might get down to Biznew here. Some risky Biznew. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I just saw what, I mean, I haven't heard from AJ in a couple of years, but I just saw what, friend of the stream, at one time at least, AJ Greer just did in the game tonight. Jesus fucking Christ, he killed him. Holy shit, dude. At least he got ejected from the game, because holy fuck, man, that is so dangerous. What the fuck are you thinking, man? God damn. Like, that could have fucking paralyzed him. Christ. Christ alive. And Calgary's winning 4-1. I'm sure George Peros just sees that as a nice clean play, though. You know? I'm sure he does. I'm sure. All right, Cody, possibly, yeah. Surprised he didn't get socked by one of the teammates. He should have. Paris thinks that's a clean hit, honestly. Honestly. Yeah, that was pretty bad. All right, everybody. All right. So last night, we made the playoffs. We won in the wild card over Minnesota. We beat the Blue Jays in game number 1 of the ALDS. And in game 2, the damn game crashed, because that's all that this game does as of late is crash, unfortunately. And it's pretty annoying, but that's just what it does, and we're dealing with it. But it does mean we have to go through game 2 again. And hopefully it goes well for us. Hopefully. It kind of, takes the air out of the balloon when you're in mid-playoff series and the game crashes again. And you're like, all right, next day, let's go for it. But, we're doing what we got to do. We're doing what we got to do. And honestly, we're just going to keep that lineup the same at this point. Screw it. Takes the white out of the socks. That it does. But hey, we're up 1-0. And maybe good things will happen, With a 2-run shot from Matt Henley. So there you go. Case in point. Maybe good things will happen. Can't exactly, say I have my hopes up, because Gunnar Henderson hit a solo shot. Oh, Mark McClendon. Remember how you were good in the regular season? And now you've been brutal in the playoffs? Dude, my best base runner, and solo shot there for Willits, not bad. My best base runner is always the one who gets caught stealing. And 2-run shot for Dougie Felton. That's already our 3rd home run of the game. Good Lord. Good Lord. Playoffs catcher. And an RBI triple for Brenton Doyle. 5-2. All right, Henley's on. Good steal for PCA. And we had a runner thrown out at home. So what, the 8th time in history the White Sox ever made the playoffs? I have no idea, to be honest. I could not tell you. I could not tell you. Oh, goodness. All right, we're getting some decent pitching. All right, their starter is out. That's good news. Bases loaded, 1 out for Louis Anderle. Louis. Sack fly, at least. We'll take that. All right, it's 6-2. Not bad. And McClendon's still dealing. All right, we're looking okay here. We are looking okay. Henley brings in 1 on a single. It's 7-2. Chad Dallas, great name. All right, we're looking okay. Solo shot, Junior Caminero. It's 8-2. Willits is on. Can't bring him in. McClendon. Solid outing by the end of it, buddy. Not bad at all. We can afford... White Sox have been in the playoffs 11 times. All right, in this timeline, we've made it, 3 times, I think? So, there you go. I'm a history maker. Where's Brady Turley? He is probably our worst reliever. We're going to give him a chance. Chad Dallas is OJ Kevin Bacon's name. He's booking hotels. That would be a hell of a... Oh, my God. Just a hell of a name, Mr. Henley. There you go. Just a hell of a name in general. Initially, I was going to say an alias, but just in general, it would be a hell of a name. New U.S. anthem should be the Afro Man song. Honestly. Oh, my God. PCA with a 2-run shot. It's 11-2. Jesus. Let's get Caminero out of there. No need to risk injury for you anymore. Dude, Anderley gets caught stealing every time, I swear to God. Shout out to Brady Turley. He's dealing. Can he end this game? Yes, he can. All right, White Sox up 2-0 on the Blue Jays. Big game for Matt Henley, and Mark McClendon gets the win. Orb, what's going on? Uncle Ted Nugent, stranglehold, or cat scratch fever. I mean, in fairness, Ted Nugent would make for a good national anthem given the current administration. Given a lot of, Ted Nugent's views and, the whole jailbait song. His relationship with, I think it was a 17-year-old and he was 29. Ted Nugent would be pretty applicable for a national anthem right about now. I would say. Well, we swept Toronto last year. Can we do it again this year? Blue Jays under the Mendoza line as a team. Not bad. Shout out to Hero for 100 in a row. And Paul Skeens is ready to go. He hasn't been amazing this postseason, but he will get the chance. Lineup, I mean, Montgomery really has sucked, but whatever, we'll leave him. It'd have to be a collabed Kid Rock. I'm honestly surprised there hasn't been the Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Jelly Roll collaboration. Maybe throw that or small town fuck in there. Who's not at all from a small town. All right, Skeens, can you get the Noble Tiger? No. Ground out to score the first run. Kana, hello. Skeens is in trouble. All right, well. The fact that we only allowed 1 run in that set of circumstances really isn't that bad. Not bad. The Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, Jelly Roll, Post Malone tour. I mean, didn't they basically try to run that and had to cancel a bunch of dates already? Hey, Louis Anderley stole a base. Let's go. All right. God, can we get another hit here? Thank you, Dougie. Henley ties this game. Let's go. Skeens is, I was going to say is doing okay. Gives up the double to Dylan Cruz. Gets out of it from there. Not bad. I am still worried about the offense in this game. We might have scored all of our runs already. Still just 4 hits, huh? PCA's on. Go for the steal. They got it. Willits can't bring him in. Come on, boys. You're letting Mr. Skeens down here. Don't waste this outing. 2-run shot, Pedro Oliveros. That'll do it for Paul Skeens. Fuck. Left him in too long. I mean, he was in yellow. He could have gotten through it. If we're going to trust anybody on getting fatigued, it's going to be Paul Skeens. 2-run shot for Doug Felton. We're tied. Hell yeah. All right, Rondell. Double play. Bottom of the 9th. We're one swing away from going back to the ALCS. Willits is on. Gets the steal. Anderley the bunt. Kyle Teal sends the White Sox back to the ALCS for the second year in a row. We sweep the Toronto Blue Jays. How do you like me now?
Oh, yay! Hooray! He said Toronto! Yay! Woo! Yay! That's where we live. We live in Toronto. Yay! Shut up!
I'll always love having that clip on standby. So we'll play either Kansas City or it'll be a rematch with Seattle. St. Louis awaits the winner of Colorado and LA. So far, I mean, Kyle Teal, a home run, 6 RBIs. Teal's been really, really good. Matt Henley, a home run, 9 RBIs. He has been outstanding. Dougie Felton, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. He has been unbelievable. Caminero at third, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. He's been struggling, though. 8 strikeouts to 1 walk. But if he wakes up, we're in a good spot. Eli Willits, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's been outstanding. Anderley, 0-1, but PCA, 3-8. PCA's been great. Anderley, not so great at the plate. Do you regret your decision to pay Felton yet? No. No, I don't. Well, he wasn't much of a playoff performer last year, that's for sure. And Robert Walters is doing really well, too. So, yeah, Montgomery, Anderley, and Caminero, probably the weakest in the lineup so far. Carlos, what's up, dude? What's up, what's up? We haven't even gotten to Yamazaki yet. Norman K is yet to pitch either. Question is, do we go off of the stats of the playoffs so far, or do we go off of the regular season? Which is what I've been going off of. We'll probably go off of the regular season. Probably the Cincinnati Cyclones Batman jersey. Outstanding. Outstanding. 200 is a bit, but... All right, it is not a rematch with Seattle. There will be a new champion this year. Kansas City advances. And that is our opposition here. It's Colorado and St. Louis on the other side. So what does Kansas City look like in this timeline? Holy God. Okay. Andrew Painter, Johan Montez, Peter Tachiki, Chase Burns, who was awful, and Casey Lucy. Bullpen is Martin. Oh, shit, that's right. I'm over here now. Oops, well, hold on. We're moving the old camera around for Road to the Showski. We'll just pop in down there. There we go. Martin Merced, Joe Mullins, Logan Evans, Jackie Blank, Beck Way, Brady Jack, Jorge Silva, and Harvey Hahn. They've gotten here off of the strength of the pitching for sure. And their lineup, does the game give you the option to run a 4-man rotation? Yes. You can do it in the regular season if you wanted to. Kansas City's lineup, Bobby Witt Jr. How old is he at this point? 33. With Colson Montgomery, who they just traded for this year. Zach DeCenzo, Malcolm Brock, Royce Lewis, Cody Bellinger, Nate George, Blake Mitchell, and Angel Sanchez. They're a good team, man. They are a very, very good team. They have home field in this series. A look there at the numbers so far on both sides. We've actually had better pitching, and they've been better at the plate. Maybe not what I would have expected, but that is the case. Let's see. We fell short last year in this series. Game 7, extra innings. Paul Skeens is ready to pitch again. And we will indeed be going with him until his arm falls off. As he has dropped, by the way, from a 95 to a 91. So he is down 8 points over the last 2 seasons, which is a bit scary. And then lineup-wise, honestly, we'll just leave it as the... Well, man, Willits really does... Maybe we won't leave it at this point. Maybe we won't. Who's at DH? It's Anderley, who hasn't been much better than Montgomery. Shout out to Braden. Abs clinch, but starting to get nervous that they may have peaked too soon. Rightfully nervous. Thank you for the 7 months. It's early, though. It's early, you know? Gotta wait until the playoffs actually start to be like, oh shit, did they peak too early? So I'm going to take Braden Montgomery out. Seems like as soon as someone hits 10 years of service, their stats decline. Potentially. That's something I was worried about too, because it feels like that's what used to cause it as well. Do we have a way to get Eddie Hernandez in at second? Yeah, for Caminero, we can play him at third. There we go. We bump up Willits by 1, though. There we go. All right. Game number 1, ALCS for the 2nd season in a row. This time, though, it's against Kansas City and not Seattle. That is the question of what will happen this year. Solo shot for Royce Lewis. Royals strike first. Mitchell with a 2-out double. We get out of it. Felton gets the steal. Can't be brought in. All right, Skeen's still doing well here. Solo shot for DeCenzo. I shouldn't have said anything. Trouble for Skeens. Can he get out of it? Yes, he can. Oof. Anderley's on. Gets the steal. We bring him in on a double from Dougie Felton. It's a 1-run game. Skeens is allowing too many hits, man. Paulie. Walks to the bases, loaded with 1 out. We're leaving him. 1 down. And the grand slam. He was 1 out away from getting out of the inning. And he has just not been the same. He has just not been the same this postseason compared to last. It really hasn't. A 6.87 ERA. Knocks him down to tired, and yeah, he's certainly done. And we might as well throw it to just an innings eater at this point. You know, we haven't seen K at all in this postseason. We also haven't seen Yamazaki. Let's bring in Yamazaki. And we'll pretty much just say this game is probably over, given the fact we only have 4 hits. And it's 7-1. Mitchell with a solo shot. Andrew Painter's finally out. Anderley's on, gets the steal. Hernandez has not been making the most of this opportunity. Yikes. Solo shot for Henley. It's 7-2. We'll just leave Yamazaki in. I don't think Bellinger's going to take off, but we'll play it safe. And the Kansas City Royals take game 1 in convincing fashion, 7-2. Let's be honest, the Grand Slam didn't even matter. We would have lost anyway. Or, yeah, we would have, well, I mean, the 8th inning, right? We did get 1 back, but really, I mean, the fact is we got to score more than 2 runs or we're just not going to win a game. That is what it is. 2 home runs for Royce Lewis. Basically beat us on his own. And again, Paul Skeens has not been to his standard. I don't even want to think about what might have to happen this offseason. You know? Like, there might have to be something that happens this offseason. Bellinger at this point is 38. Game number 2. Number 2. And we will turn to our second best starter all year, Mark McClendon. Might be able to get some quality prospects for him, yeah. Hernandez didn't really do much. We'll go back to just the lineup being what it is. It's fine. Trade him back to the Pirates. Caminero well under the Mendoza line is also a big problem. That is a big problem. I'll stick with it for one more game. Leadoff double for Felton. And we get the RBI. Beautiful. Henley, good start. PCA down. Junior, double play. Oh, Mr. Caminero, you are disappearing at a very, very bad time. And they tie the game. Honestly, Caminero, so last year he was kind of in the regular season, amazing in the playoffs. This year it's the inverse. He was great in the regular season, 53 home runs, and now in the playoffs so far he hasn't done that much. Leadoff triple for Felton. Teal brings him in on a double. Henley brings him in on a double. 2-run shot for PCA. It's 5-1. Caminero's on. Anderley gets the steal after the fielder's choice. Montgomery brings him in. It's 6-1. We're going to take McClendon out. And we're going to give the first chance to Norman Kay, who was our 4th best starter this year. I mean, Merritt will start the next game, but this will tell us whether or not we're really able to trust Kay in the playoffs. Nice one out double for Teal. PCA brings him in. Caminero down. Top 4 of your line has been doing almost all the damage. I mean, Willits has been pretty good, though, too. All right, there we go. Louis Anderley, nothing. Willits, nothing. Of course, right when I hype him up, he does nothing. All right, Norman. What do we got here? Double play ball. K's dealing. 2-out walk for Teal. Teal's had a hell of a game here. Henley as well. Willits is the only reason I said almost. That's fair. 7th inning. Trying to tie the ALCS up at 1 win apiece. A little bit of trouble. Kay gets out of it. Still 7-1. Tough at bat against Bobby Witt. Gets out of it. What a job by Norman Kay. Outstanding. And we will take Norman out. Let's go again to Brady Turley. Immediately gives up a solo shot and a double. One more out, Brady. There we go. A 7-2 White Sox win. Norman Kay gets the win, and rightfully so. He was great. PCA did very well as well with 3 RBIs out of the 7. But yeah, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs allowed for Norman. And McClendon was held to just those 2 innings. That's all we really needed out of him. Save him for a different day. 1-1 and immediately save. Bolly, what's going on? What's going on? We may never lose again. Question is, though, I mean, again, like, if this ends tonight, we'll definitely start having the conversation about what franchise we want to do next. Especially if it might be a streamer versus Chad or whatever we want to do. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Off to Chicago. Game number 3. Game number 3. And taking the mound today is going to be our third. Actually, it's going to be Mark McClendon. Getting back-to-back starts. Mark McClendon will be right back out there today. All right, Montgomery definitely needs to take a seat. Honestly, Anderley hasn't been that great either. What if we bring in Oka at first base? Hazel could play there as well. Let's give Oka a chance. Why not? We'll put Henley in the outfield. And then that way, Braden Montgomery can be out. Caminero will be moved to DH. And at least Eddie Hernandez is a phenomenal fielder. He hasn't been that great so far. Managed to build up the greatest starting pitching farm on the Rockies ever. I build them up whenever they get paid. I ship them out and repeat. But also, they're the Rockies, so you're going to be giving up a million bajillion home runs, I believe is the scientific term. Oh, Junior Caminero. Going way down the lineup. All right. Let's do it. Game 3. Mark McClendon. Back-to-back starts. Not the first time we've done that in the playoffs. And he gives up 2 on an RBI double with 2 outs. Not a great start. Leadoff double for Dougie. Teal, 2-run shot. We're tied. And a pinch runner for Teal who gets hurt on the play. Hazel is in at catcher. So apparently Kyle Teal gets hurt on the 2-run home run that tied the game. Oh, McClendon gives up a 3-run shot. And then a triple. It's 5-2. And make that 7-2 on a 2-run home run. Still 7-2. Final, what's up? That's going to do it from McClendon. And indeed, we might have to start going off of regular season or playoff performers as opposed to regular season numbers because McClendon is not doing great. That is not great at all. Based on that 5-run deficit, it could be Shota. I think it will be. We'll bring in the 40-year-old just to eat some innings here, and if we battle back, cool, and if we don't, it is what it is. Double for Caminero. Hazel, fielder's choice. Damn. A little bit of trouble for Shota. They scored another. Almost got 2. It's 8-2 Kansas City. And our pitching staff, yep, has just not shown up today. We'll leave Shota to the Wolves. But it is 10-2. Not our day. Bases loaded, 1 out for Robert Walters, who brings in 1 on a ground out. PCA, no follow-up. That was the chance right there to turn the tide, and we wasted it. Man, Oka's done nothing with his opportunity here. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. Solo shot from Bobby Witt. 11-3. Bring Brady Turley back in. And game 3 is very much going to go to Kansas City. I like that Pyro added a message for the bot. That's funny. Fuck. All right. Oh, bottom of the 8th. Steal for PCA. No follow-up. Turley does well. And that'll do it. Kansas City takes game 3, 12-3. As McClendon gets spanked. But in his defense, we only had 5 hits. Like, we didn't exactly get that much in the way of insurance or anything like that, you know? So, I can only be so mad. I can only be so mad. Game 4. I don't even know who's going to start this game. We're wearing the City Connects, though. Well, Paul Skeens probably needs another day. So it's Jimmy Merritt. Jimmy Merritt gets the ball today. Oka did nothing with his chance. Hernandez has done nothing. Kyle Teal is not 100%. Quinones and Norris will get the opportunity in this one. At the very least, Norris will... yeah. Fuck. Caminero can't play first. That's my problem at the moment. Let's give Quinones a chance. A DH. I'll leave Quinones pretty low in the lineup, though. Ahead of Caminero, who just can't do much, can he? And we'll drop Hazel down a bit there, too. All right. Well, let's see what Jimmy Merritt can do. Might be some bad juju to start someone named Norris today. Apparently, as Merritt gives up a 2-run shot. It's okay. I don't think our Norris is a variety of things. He's alive, for one. Walters hit. PCA hit. Wendell Hazel, 2 outs, bases loaded. Can't deliver. Solo shot again for Kansas City. 3-0. Quinones steals. Montgomery brings him in for a run. Felton makes it a 1-run game. Gets caught stealing. Henley singles. Willits grounds out. Okay. Make that a 2-run game again as Jimmy Merritt is just pooping the bed. This bed is going to be thoroughly shat by the end of this game at this rate. Quinones drives a runner into the corner. Caminero makes it a 1-run game. Montgomery loads the bases for Doug Felton. Fielder's choice. Oh, Jimmy Jam gets out of it. 4 innings from Merritt. Not the best start, that's for sure. 2-run shot from Walters. We grab our first lead in a while. That'll do it for Jimmy Merritt. Let's go with Thompson on this one. We'll go with the long reliever because it's early. My grandparents love Walker, Texas Ranger, and my lord, I can't stand that show. I decided not to tell them, just to not bum them out. Nuclear, what's up? I mean, who didn't enjoy a good bit of Walker, Texas Ranger back in the day, you know? Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm sad about his passing. Chuck Norris. I'm sad for his family and friends that'll miss him. Oh, God. Solo shot. Make that 6-6. Thank you, Dougie Felton, who's been amazing this postseason. Staying home from school, Springer, Maury, Walker, Texas Ranger. Yeah. Morning block for me, if I miss school, it'd be a lot of Saved by the Bell until about 10 or 11. It'd be a Saved by the Bell until about 11, and then it would be Price is Right and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The good times. The good times. I will say, by the way, in regards to the passing of Walker, Texas Ranger, that man took a scorpion death drop once. The Sting was once in an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger. Outstanding. 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 I like how we're distracting ourselves right now because, God, this is a close situation. This is a close situation. Trouble for Lawrence. Gets out of it. Runners at the corners, one out. Dougie Felton, sack fly at 7-6. Lawrence continues to deal. We're off to the bottom of the 8th. Steve Wilkos, too. Dude, that show is like just ending now. How the hell how did Steve Wilkos finagle? How did he finagle a deal for like God knows how many episodes of the Steve Wilkos show? That thing was on air from like 2007. It's been like over 2,000 fucking episodes of that, which is nuts. I wonder what woke reason Tukey has to hate Chuck. I mean, you call it a woke reason. I mean, I think anybody that says Barack Obama is going to bring 1,000 years of darkness to the world, probably isn't the best person in the world. I think a guy that, very much, was very much anti-Muslim, probably wasn't the best guy in the world. I think a dude who multiple occasions endorsed politician Roy Moore, who on numerous occasions was accused of sexual assaults, probably isn't the best person. Roy Moore, also a far-right Christian nationalist. I think a guy that was good friends with Benjamin Netanyahu probably isn't the best person on earth. But, take your pick of any of those woke reasons, Take your pick. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, goodness. Lawrence Thompson shuts the door, baby. Let's go. That's my woke king, Lawrence Thompson. White Sox win 7-6. What a fucking game from Lawrence, though, man. 5 innings, just 1 run allowed, 3 strikeouts and a walk. Good stuff. Okay. You know why I'm not sad about Chuck Norris? Because he helped put Expendables 2 into the universe, and anybody that was involved in that film deserves nothing good. 2-2. It's a best of 3 from this point with Kansas City. Here we go. This could be our final game in Chicago this season. Paul Skeens will get the ball again. I don't care. We will go with our best player. If he delivers, awesome. If he doesn't, it is what it is. It is what it is. If he does not deliver. It is what it is. Paul Skeens. You got to turn those numbers around, champ, or you might get traded this offseason if we don't win this championship. Solo shot, Dougie Felton. Very nice. Bellinger with a leadoff double. Man's practically in a wheelchair, still hitting doubles. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the former Sock, Colson Montgomery. He pops up, thank God. Keonis is on, gets the steal. Willits walks. Montgomery flies out. Walters strikes out. Warrior, what's up? You're a hero. We thank you for your service. Malcolm Brock, leadoff double. Dougie Felton's on again. Gets caught stealing, though. Still 1-0. I can't blame Skeens for this right now. We've given him very little support. Keonis is on. Nobody brings him home. Felton gets the steal. Teal can't bring him in. This could be Teal's last game in Chicago. We know he's done at the end of this year. Nearly got us the insurance run. So close. Come on, Skeens. One more inning. One more inning. One more inning, Paul. Good job. Oh, can we get some insurance, please? We don't want to be down a game heading to KC for Game 6. Braden Montgomery delivers. It's 2-0. Skeens gets a strikeout. He'll stay in until a batter delivers for them. There's the walk. That'll do it. Paul Skeens. So we turn it over to Rondell. Was our best reliever in the regular season. He'll get the chance. And he gets out of it. Dougie's on again. Gets the steal. Let's play some small ball. Get an extra run. No. Rondell. In trouble. Rondell. Out of trouble. Come on. 2 on, 2 outs. Walters, nothing. Can Rondell seal the deal? One more out. Rondell sends us back to Kansas City with a 3-2 lead. We are 1 win away from going to the World Series for the first time since 2005. 30 years in the making for the White Sox. Damn good outing for Skeens, at least in terms of 6 2/3 innings with no runs allowed. Rondell gets a 2 1/3 inning save. We were down 3-2 to the Mariners last year, if I'm not mistaken. And, of course, again, it went to Game 7, went to extras. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Game 6. Who's it going to be? Skeens isn't ready. McClendon's not quite ready. Merritt's not quite ready. So it will be Norman K. Getting the ball here in Game 6. Keonis continues to do well at DH. We'll get him back in there. Here we go. Can we punch our tickets to the World Series? Or will there be a Game 7? A little bit of trouble for Norman. A lot of trouble for Norman. Gets out of it, thank God. Jonas is on, gets the steal. Willits and Montgomery fail to bring him in. Norman gets out of it again. Through the walks, he's allowing a fair amount of base runners. This won't be the longest outing for him. Couple singles and a 2 RBI double for Royce Lewis. And that's pretty much going to do it for Norman already. It's going to have to be bullpen from here. Sandy Cox. Loads the bases for Bobby Witt Jr. Fielder's choice. Nice job by Mr. Cox. Our offense just has nothing so far. Good job by Cox to get out of it, though. Dude, Painter is just, he's dominant. He is absolutely dominant. That's who they needed to be on the mound for this. Walter singles. Felton walks. Teal will bunt him over. Henley brings them both in on the double. We're tied. We love a good bit of small ball. Keonis loads the bases with 2 outs for Eli Willits against Jackie Blank. Grounds out. Leadoff double for Bobby. That'll do it. For Sandy Cox, it brings up the veteran reliever Josh Hader, who immediately gives up the go-ahead run. 3-2. Nothing doing that half inning either. Jorge Silva's on. Leadoff double to Teal. Henley. Can't bring him in. PCA. Caminero. 3 best hitters, arguably, and they all failed to advance a guy. We should have bunted with Henley. Double for Sanchez. Runner thrown out. Top of the 9th. Can we tie it? Keonis down. Willits singles. Anderley on. Gets the steal. Braden Montgomery ties this game.
Here comes a pizza. See it?
Billy coming in on the 26 months on the primer. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Woo. Braden Montgomery finally delivers in the playoffs. Doug Felton walks. It's Kyle Teal. Strikes out. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Hader puts him down in order. We go to extras. Henley down. PCA singles. Steals. Caminero down. Quinones. Dude, Alexis Quinones bringing him in. Holy hell. He's been insane. Are we going to the World Series? That is the question. Are we going to the World Series?
Thanks for tuning in, and we've got a good one going here in extra
It's
innings.
Cody Bellinger against Josh Hader. Rondell's been warming up. 3 outs away. We'll see if Hader stays in the whole time.
The leadoff batter as he looks at ball 1.
He does have the handedness matchup against Belly that we're looking for. Arctos, 11 months. A strong wah to you. I still need to update these damn emotes. I really do. Or at least we need the Wario now. Ha! Crashy, are you available? Bellinger to left. That's hooking foul. Montgomery tracks it down. 1 down.
Manager out of the dugout now.
And that will do it for Josh Hader. Great outing.
Hader out of the game, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
What year is that? I think we're in 2034.
Rondell Williamson gets handed the
Rondell.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best
Rondell
defense they
Williamson
can. So
get those
it's
final
always
2
high
outs.
stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Eddie Hernandez. He's the new shortstop as he comes in as a
Eddie
defensive
Hernandez brought in to
replacement
play short.
here. Here's the center fielder.
It's Nate George. Summer of George.
Rolled
Hopefully not the
softly,
fall
but
of
that
George.
goes foul. Check swing. He held
Damn.
up. And that is ball one.
Let's go, Rondell.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Just me or is this camera like so far zoomed out?
Stays alive.
Fall of George was November
The
2001.
White Sox
Rest in
trying
peace,
to
Beetle
close out
George.
a one-run lead. We're here in Game 6.
Ah,
of the
yes,
regular
Beetle George.
championship series. Foul ball still
I prefer
1-2
Beetle Paul.
count.
Nobody prefers Beetle Ringo.
Got him.
Rondell Williamson
Royals down to their final out.
Not too often you
pushes
see a
the Royals to the brink.
fastball get by a hitter for the strikeout, especially when it's in a very hittable location like that. Makes me think he's
Blake
looking for something else completely,
Mitchell.
or he tried to do way too much with that swing.
Now here is Blake Mitchell.
3 for 23 in this series. But 2 of those 3 hits have been solo home runs.
2 down, nobody on.
Beetle
And
John
fouled
turned out to be
off.
weird. Yeah. Yeah.
Hit on the ground to short.
And can we make the play at short?
And there will be
Yes,
a
they
throw
can.
on
The
side
Chicago White
The
Sox
Chicago White Sox
are going to the
champions of
World
American
Series.
League.
Redemption for last year. We knock out the Royals in 6. I swear to God, with that little freeze, I thought the game was going to crash. Turns out the almost 24-hour wait to finish the rest of that series was well worth it.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our entire
3
outstanding crew,
series
thank you for
wins
watching the
down.
American League
1 more to
Championship
go
Series on MLB The Show.
to officially turn these White Sox around. Oh, shout out to Mr. Felton. It was good to see them get that win. I will say that. Alexis Quiones is the player of the game, 3 for 5. Josh Hader with the win. No earned runs allowed in 4 1/3. Second save of the postseason for Rondell. And there you have it. Kansas City eliminated. And we'll be taking on the St. Louis. Hopefully that's saved. That didn't even leave me the option. It must have because it didn't say anything. Okay. I think they like patched in an autosave or something because it's saving like every time now. But it will be White Sox and Cardinals in this World Series. And we actually have home field advantage for this one, too. Wow. Well, taking a look then at what we've done so far to get here, Doug Felton was the key player in that ALCS. I mean, rightfully so. Did he reinstall the game? No. So hopefully just certain things were fixed. I did the other day, but it didn't fix anything. And then for the Cardinals, Orelvis Martinez, Juan Escobar, Aiden Miller have been their key players. How on God's green earth was Aiden Miller not an LCS MVP? I don't understand. I don't understand. Do not understand that one. Yeah, reverse order, basically. All right. Well, before we get into this, so far this postseason, we've gone off of who performed the best in the regular season. Now we're going to be taking a look at playoff performance to kind of dictate who we're going to be trusting since we have made it this far. But certainly Kyle Teal, in what's going to be his last season here, he's been great. He has been fantastic so far. No complaints whatsoever for Kyle Teal. If we take a look at Matt Henley, certainly no complaints for Matt Henley either. Certainly not. 13 RBIs so far in this postseason. Now, Charles Oka, obviously, when he was given a chance, didn't do much with it. Did not do too much with it. Now, did he? Second base, Doug Felton has been absolutely spectacular so far. And Quiones as well has actually been pretty damn good, and again was crucial in that Game 6. Third base, Junior Caminero. The fact we have gotten this far with Junior Caminero playing that poorly is shocking. I have no idea how he's been that bad, but he has been. And it is highly unfortunate. Shortstops, Eli Willits has also been tremendous. It was a big free agent signing for us. Eddie Hernandez, in his time, his opportunities just didn't do anything with those chances. We know he's good defensively at least, but... Center field, PCA, Louis Anderle, at least at the plate, leaving quite a bit to be desired. Anderle especially should be better than that, but he hasn't been. And right field, Walters and Montgomery, neither have been all that good. I feel like that's safe to say. I feel like that's very safe to say. Montgomery's actually been worse than Caminero. So we'll see what happens here lineup-wise. But actually, in fairness, we can set that up now, and then we'll talk about the pitching staff. So in terms of performance, it's been Felton, Willits, Teal, Henley, Alexi Quiones, who can't play second, but he can play short. I think Willits can only play shortstop. Felton can play second and short. Quiones can play second and short. Okay, we'll come up with something there. Then PCA. Then Walters. Then Hazel and Caminero, honestly. Is there a way to make that work? We know Hazel can play catcher. Teal can play left field. Hazel can play first. Let's keep Teal at catcher. Let's put Henley at the moment at DH. Caminero at third. Quiones at DH. So it'll be Henley in right. Walters in left. I think that's the order. Again, just based off of performance, that is who has been playing the best so far this postseason. And we want to reward the guys that have been playing the best. No reason to play people off of name value or off of overall. Like, if they haven't been getting it done, get the hell out. Pretty straightforward. Hazel for Henley, Walters, PCA, Keonis at DH. There we go. For the pitching staff, this is going to be a little bit scary, I'm sure. For the starters, what do we have so far? I'm kind of afraid. Kind of afraid. I want to take a look at FIP rating especially, and oh my god. Also, Ks per 9 would be nice. So, arguably, our best pitcher so far in this postseason has been Norman K. Thompson, at least for FIP, is tied with Skeens. McClendon has not been good at all. Shota has also been very poor when he's played. And then Jimmy Merritt has been double-A worthy so far. I mean, at least he gets the strikeouts, but home runs per 9, 4.5. That's insane. That is insane. Torres, what's going on? No complaints? Hope all is well. Yeah, McClendon's been a little bit hard-pressed by his defense so far, but... yeah. All right, in terms of relievers, Grant Taylor has had minimal playing time so far. When he's played, he's been interesting. He's been unbelievable. Those numbers literally don't even make sense. What about for the closers, though? Most of our relievers are closers, of course. It's just kind of how the game works. And it's been Josh Hader who has been really good. You got Rondell, then Sandy Cox. Turley has slightly outperformed Yamazaki so far. Okay. Well, we know our game plan then. And it's probably don't trust the starters all that much if we can help it. So the pitching rotation will be Norman K, Paul Skeens, Lawrence Thompson. Honestly, McClendon, Merritt, and Shota all from the bullpen if it'll let me. Just no. Under no circumstances, no. And then we probably have Grant Taylor with Rondell and Hader. That's the game plan there. I don't know if we can get away. I don't know if we can get away with that many empty spots, in which case McClendon will claim that fourth spot. But that is the game plan. Again, to go off of player performance in the postseason thus far, that would be the way to do it. Question now, what do the Cardinals look like heading into this series? And actually, it does let me stay at 3. I don't hate that. So their rotation, Walter Hayashi, Sean Mata, Walter Kim, John Morrow, and Quinn Matthews. Bullpen is Josh Bradshaw Layfield, Vinny Velasquez, Luis Carvello, Jess Bronk, Boris Travis, Brandon James, and Jeremiah Estrada. It's pretty good. And then their lineup, Connor Hawk, Stephen Kwan, James Tibbs III, Orelvis Martinez, Aiden Miller, Juan Escobar, Earl Dugan, Galen Culpepper, and Raniel Rodriguez. With Angel Genau, Josh Garner, Gabriel Arias, Liam Hicks, and Mike Sirota available. I imagine Garner's in against lefties. He is not. Garner is just outright on the bench. That's insane. That is insane. But okay. Game number 1 of the 2034 World Series. The 2034 World Series. Aha. Yeah, we do need one extra pitcher. I had a feeling. So it's going to be McClendon. We're just going to try not to use him, if we're being honest. Let's see how it goes. Let's see. I'll look at the stats so far this postseason. They're here despite a .500 record. But they have actually outplayed us so far this postseason in terms of stats. We're rocking the City Connects for game 1, too. Norman K is not quite ready to go. So Paul Skeens gets the ball in game number 1. And, of course, we know the lineup is good to go. Paul Skeens has not quite lived up to his potential so far this postseason. But maybe he'll deliver when the lights are on their brightest. Maybe. 2 on, 2 outs. Gets the strikeout. Keonis didn't mean to bunt there. Meant to steal, but that's okay. Yeah, we stranded him anyway. Not a great start offensively. Get the steal with Felton. Willits nearly brought him in. The runner got thrown out. And then Willits got thrown out going home. Jesus. Solo shot of Relvis Martinez. Cardinals strike first. Single for Henley. Keonis tried to bunt him. He popped up. PCA singles. Walters down. Hazel down. And Skeens is doing his job. Felton gets caught stealing. Willits, nothing. Solo shot, Stephen Kwan. Can't be mad at Skeens for this. He's had no support. Keonis will bunt him into scoring position. 3-run shot. Robert Walters, the Gold Glove outfielder. We take the lead. Can we get one more inning out of Skeens? No, we cannot. It will be Grant Taylor. Caminero, nothing. Felton, Willits, nothing. Grant Taylor. A little bit of trouble. Gets out of it. Bottom of the 8th. No extra insurance. Can Taylor seal it? 1 down. 2 down. Solo shot from Rodriguez. Cardinals tie the game at the last possible moment. Bottom of the 9th. 1 down. A single for Walters. We'll pinch run him for Anderley, who gets the steal. Hazel for the win. Singles. Runners at the corners. 1 out. And Junior Caminero steps up with game 1 hanging in the balance.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
He is 0 for 3 in this game. He has frankly been terrible this postseason. Can Junior Caminero deliver? Oh, that's right. It just does this camera no matter what. Come on, Junior. Deliver us a game 1 win. Swing and a miss. And Junior Caminero plays some hero ball. Just a hard hit into the outfield is all we need. Swings and misses again.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up,
Junior,
and just
please.
subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
This guy's got good power with one swing.
Caminero is going to deliver. And the Chicago White Sox will take Game 1 of the World Series. Woo! He has been so bad this postseason. But Junior Caminero, imagine he didn't run. Ball hit back to just shy of the warning track, too, which is nuts. Holy hell. We will take it. We will take it. We will take it. Game 1 victory. You'll love to see it. Good for the Bulls to win a baseball game. There you go. Random question. Of course. Did I ever go to school with someone who became famous? Not that I know of. Not that I know of. My high school doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. So, if there was anybody... I actually don't know how my high school doesn't have a Wikipedia page, because some of the surrounding towns do have. But, you know, you're the most famous person from your school. I technically might be up there, which is shocking. But I might actually be up there, which is hilarious. The win for Taylor. Walters, player of the game, home run, 3 RBI nights. Paul Skeens, 14 strikeouts. Honestly, a pretty damn solid outing. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. We will take it. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Is there... There must be an autosave, because I double-tap B. Yeah, the game's still saved. That's really weird. I mean, I'm not complaining, though. Game number 2. My girl thinks it's dumb I'm watching someone else play the show. I think it's dumb that she's watching a doc about Cirque du Soleil. If that's not a strong relationship right there, I don't know what is, Shaq. That's outstanding. The lesson is, don't yuck somebody's yum. It's the weirdest saying, but damn it, it's true. You're both watching circuses. There you go. Game number 2. Derek Jeter. Number 2. Norman K. Gets the ball for this one. Here we go. Can we walk away with another victory here? 3 wins away. Runner thrown out at home from winning our first World Series in 29 years. Fortunately, their pitcher, Sean Mata, is dealing. And trouble for Norman. Still trouble for Norman. So much trouble for Norman. Gets out of it. What a man. Whew. Have you had any crashes playing franchise? I think we're up to 9 since launch night. So I've had a couple. Unfortunately. ESPN will forget you were in this World Series, too. Fair. This is a pitching duel so far. Dude, Norman K. strikes out the side in the 5th inning. Holy shit. PCA is on. We'll play some small ball here. Wendell Hazel, sac fly. Brings in the run on a double instead. Shout out to Hookem. I'm really doing more of the NWO2 sweep, but shout out to Hookem for the 10 months. Welcome in. Welcome back, I should say. You know what? Just for that, you get an enlarged emote of Chad Kroger. Enjoy. Courtesy of twitch.tv/Terrio. All right, top of the 6th. Norman K. is a god. Oh, my God. Single to Aiden Miller. Another single. Ah, Norman, no, you were so close. Ah, I want to still leave him in, but it'd be a mistake. Fuck, Norman, no. All right. Grant Taylor's not ready. Josh Hader is in. Can he get out of this? No, he can't. This game is tied. What a great job by Norman. Offense needs to deliver here. Sean Mata puts us down. Hader. Double play ball. Quan walks as well. Another walk. Hader strikes him out. Bottom of the 8th. Their starter's finally gone. Hazel's hit. And we will pinch run him for Anderle, who gets the steal. Caminero the bunt. Popped it up. Felton down. Willits is down. Shit. All right. We need to sub Anderle for Henley. Am I allowed to do that? I don't think I am allowed to do that from here. Fuck. Can I not make a defensive substitution? No, I cannot. Fuck. All right, Anderle's out for Oka then. Another walk allowed by Hader. Another walk allowed by Hader. Come on, Josh. You fuck, get out of this. Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Against Boris Travis. Teal is on. I can't pinch run him the way that I want to, so he has to stay on. Henley strikes out. Alexi Keonis down. And PCA. Damn, we're going to extras. Going back to the girlfriend-wife mention, while I was watching the tourney yesterday, my wife was introduced to the world of fly. Haven't been too many upsets for March Madness so far, unfortunately. Not a ton. My uncle was friends with Tom Brokaw because I met him at his funeral. Who, Tom Brokaw? Hi, nice to meet you, sir. Your handshake's a bit stiff. Wait. Josh Hader. Gets through the inning. Bottom of the 10th. Walters is on. Oka bunts him. Caminero. Can't play hero ball 2 days in a row. Felton.
Now pitching for St. Louis.
God, we're going to the 11th. It's got to be Rondell.
Now pitching for the White Sox.
Martinez doubles. Miller down. Escobar down. Dugan down. What a job by Rondell. Willits strikes out. Teal strikes out. Henley walks. Alexi grounds out. We go to the 12th. Culpepper down. Rodriguez down. Hawk walks. Sirota brings in the run on the double. 2-run shot for Tibbs. The dam is broken.
Now pitching for St. Louis. Number 56, Jeremiah Estrada.
And the Cardinals take game 2. 4-1 in 12 innings. You can't even blame Rondell on that one. I met Tom Brokaw at my uncle's funeral. Oh, sorry to hear. Belated. That's interesting, though, to be like, oh, fuck, that's Tom Brokaw at my uncle's funeral. It's like, what the hell is he doing here? I can't even blame the pitching in that one. Like, we scored 1 run, you know? We scored 1 run. And Hader gets charged with the blown save. Again, they tied it freaking 2 outs in the 9th, but we needed to score more than 1 run. We head to St. Louis for at least the next 3 games. Game number 3. Kay and Skeens are not ready, so it will be Lawrence Thompson getting the ball today. Let's see what happens. Not a strong start for the offense, that's for sure. Not a strong start for old LT. Gets out of it, though. Can the offense find their groove today? Hazel brings in 2 on a single. And a solo shot for Aiden Miller. It's a 1-run game. That 2-run lead did not last all that long. We are tied at 2. Crashy, in case of an early Wario night, I do need a Wario emote now, as opposed to the Waluigi. Not that we'll get rid of the Waluigi, but, you know, in case you're bored. All right, well, 2-2 through 2.
Ball 4, take the base.
Deal is on. Henley strikes out. Dude, our offense is it's having trouble against this pitching staff. We are having trouble. Oh, goodness. Goodness.
Ball 4, take your base.
A walk for PCA. He gets the steal. Hazel gives us the lead again. I almost took Hazel out of the lineup. He's having a good game. He's brought in on a double by Junior. And a runner thrown out at home, but it's 4-2. Escobar a double. Rodriguez an RBI double. It's a 1-run game. So we find our offense, but the Cardinals find theirs. Keonis is on. No, Henley's on. Keonis is up. RBI triple, 5-3. PCA RBI double, it's 6-3. Walters gets hit. Hazel goes down. Leadoff double for Hawk. Well. Nice, we got out of that. Still 6-3. Down in order. How much more can we get out of Thompson here? Hits Culpepper. That's probably it for him. Grant Taylor. He's about ready to go. Let's go, Grant.
Number 31.
Immediately walks the first batter. Gets the fly out. Not bad. 6-3 through 6. A 1-1 split in the 2034 World Series. 2-run shot for Matt Henley. That's what I'm talking about. The big names delivering. PCA the steal. Nobody brings them in. 5-run lead. Taylor.
First base.
Gets a batter. Gets out of it, though.
Now pitching for the
Nothing
Cardinals.
offensively there. How much more are we going to get out of Taylor? Gives up a solo shot to Rodriguez. That is enough for him. Hader's not ready to go. Williamson's not ready to go. Sandy Cox
Number 22.
is ready to go. Top of the 9th. Teal with a single. Henley double play. Bottom of the 9th. We're up by 4. A leadoff double for Sirota. 1 down.
That's ball 4.
A walk. 2 down. And the Chicago White Sox take game 3. We are 2 wins away from a World Series championship. As Matt Henley, your player of the game. I mean, Thompson, honestly, a pretty good start. A hold for Taylor. Sandy Cox, 1 1/3. Very, very good. You'll appreciate this. I'm a Pats fan in Oklahoma. I was excited to see the first Drake May jersey starting, popping up in stores. Hell yeah. I mean, I would hope making it to a Super Bowl would mean that he's probably a high in-demand jersey, right? Even though they lost. Gotta be honest. And we talked about this when it happened. Like, the Patriots losing the Super Bowl, like, I was bummed out for, like, a day. Like, there have been some losses. Like, dude, I'm more bummed out about, like, if you were to ask me right now, what am I more bummed out about? A month and a half after the Super Bowl, I'm more bummed out about the Patriots losing to the Giants than I am about them having lost the Super Bowl in 2026. It's funny how that works. Is it a coincidence that all Mario characters look like child predators, or is that just an Italian thing? Sir. 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 How dare you say? How dare you say that Yoshi looks like a child predator? Everybody else, you know what? You might have a point. Don't besmirch Yoshi, okay? Don't do that. I won't have it. Game number 4 of the 2034 World Series. Getting the ball this game. Oh, fuck. Is the bullpen. Oh, no. I don't think we trust McClendon. Honestly, this looks like a bullpen game. This looks like a bullpen game. It looks like Turley and Yamazaki are the most trustworthy, and then McClendon if need be. We're going with the bullpen game here. Brady Turley will get the start in this game. Because, again, we are going to continue to go off of whoever's had the best performances in the playoffs. Not a great start for Turley. A triple and a sac fly. 1-0 Cards. And not much help from the offense. Better inning from Turley, though. And our offense is getting nothing so far. Double play there for Turley, not bad. Eli Willits with the solo shot. We are tied. Kionis drives Teal to third. PCA walks. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Robert Walters. There's got to be a button for this. Grand slam, Robert Walters. It's 5-1 White Sox. And a solo shot for Sirota, and that will do it for Brady Turley. 5-2. 5-2. And it will be Yamazaki getting the ball here in the 4th. Gives up a single. Strikes out Martinez. Nice job. Still 5-2. Willits walks. Teal can't bring him in. Philip Yamazaki gets through the 5th. Not bad. Offensively, we've gone quiet again. Dude, we have 5 runs on 3 hits. Double for Sirota. And a 2-run shot for Miller. The lead is down to 1, and that will do it for Yamazaki. It's gotta be McClendon. He gets out of it there. The lead is down to 1. Hazel singles. A walk for Rodriguez. Single for Tibbs. Choice. A fly out. Can McClendon survive? No, we can't. This game is tied. And the Cardinals take the lead. 7-5.
Now pitching for the Cardinals.
That's ball 4.
Number 12.
Ball 4, take your base.
2 on, 1 out for Alexi Kionis.
Now pitching for the Cardinals.
Strikes out.
Number
PCA.
22.
Fielder's choice.
Ball 4,
Too many
take your
wasted
base.
runners, man. 2-run shot for Culpepper off of McClendon. 9-5 Cardinals.
Safe. Safe. You're out.
We go to the 9th. Just absolutely no follow-up to that 4th inning. St. Louis takes game 4 to tie this up at 2 wins apiece. Just an absolute collapse down the stretch for those pitchers. Absolutely brutal. That is what happens when we just don't have enough people to trust. But it is what it is, what it is. Mark can't touch the mound again. Hopefully he won't have to. The World Series, it's a best of 3. From this point, we have one more game in St. Louis. The championship will not be decided tonight, but who will have the chance to win it in Game 6? That is the question. Paul Skeens gets the ball today. I'm a little bit worried about some members of this lineup, but we're going to run it. We're going to run it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Leadoff single for Felton. He gets the steal. Willits gets him to third. Henley brings him in. Quiones knocks Henley to third. PCA drives them both in on a double.
That's ball 4. You're out.
So a nice bit of insurance for Skeens to begin this game.
Ball 4. Take
If the offense can keep delivering, we'll be able to take Skeens out early and save him for Game 6.
You're out.
Double play there. God
Ball
damn.
4. Take your base.
That's a brutal mischance, though.
Safe.
Double play. Skeens out of it. Henley
Out.
as well.
3.
Should have bunted him over.
You're out.
Anytime I think about small ball and I don't do it, I feel like I always pay for it.
Out. Out. Out.
Yeah, not a good half inning there.
You're out. Out.
So far, so good from Paul. RBI double for Teal.
Now pitching.
That's it for St. Louis's starter.
You're out.
Number 21.
3.
Fortunately, it's looking like we got to leave Skeens in for now.
Safe.
Number 73.
Take. 3.
He's dealing.
Safe. 3.
He's doing well. If we can add enough run support, we can take him out, and then at least he'll be there for Game 6, if not Game 7. Caminero, the RBI double.
Now pitching.
Another pitcher for the Cards. He walks Willits. It's
Number
Teal.
57.
Kyle Teal. 2 RBI double. It's 7-0.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Henley
First
walks.
base.
Quiones is hit by a pitch. Bases loaded. PCA.
3.
Strikes out. But 7 runs should be enough. We're taking Skeens out. And honestly, this is the game where we need to rest people up. It's got to be Shota. He was better than Merritt.
Now pitching for the White
Shota's
Sox.
in.
Number
Immediately gives up a solo shot to Rodriguez. Does well from there, though. We would like to think we're not going to blow a 7-run lead.
Number 4.
Make that an 8-run lead thanks to Willits. Make that a 9-run lead thanks to Teal. We'll take Henley out for Oka. This game should be over.
Number 29. Now pitching. for
This
the
game
Cardinals.
should be over.
Number 12.
Safe.
Hopefully Shota and Merritt can just see us through here.
You're out.
Quiones goes down. PCA will take out for
Pitching for the
Anderly.
White Sox. Number
He gets a
24.
single out of it and a steal.
3.
Walters down. Hazel. I just realized the mistake I made with Oka, but we should be okay.
3.
Bottom of the 8th, Shota.
3.
40 years old. Puts him down in order.
Pitching for the Cardinals. Number 22.
Get Doug Felton out of there for Hernandez.
Pinch hitting for the White Sox.
3.
Number 28.
And Willits. Can stay.
Out.
Teal is done. Can Shota see us through?
Safe.
The White Sox will have the opportunity to win the World Series in Game 6 on their home turf. Ridiculous. Crashy, that's perfect. Perfect. Kyle Teal goes 3 for 6, 4 RBIs. All 3 of those hits were doubles. Paul Skeens gets the win. And all we needed was Skeens and a 4-inning save from Shota. 3 hits, 1 run allowed through 4 innings. Jesus. 1 win away. 1 win away. It is game number 6. The City Connects are back on. The City Connects are back on. Norman K will get the ball, meaning Skeens is there for game 7 if need be. In terms of any potential lineup changes, PCA's average has just continued to drop. Kyle Teal has actually been our best hitter, which is kind of nuts, given his age. I think we'll leave Caminero in, but my God, he's disappointing. Yeah, I think we're okay. Game 6. Norman K. Trying to lead us to victory here. 2-run shot from Orelvis Martinez. And an RBI double for Juan Escobar. 3-0 Cardinals to start off this game. Back-to-back singles for Teal and Felton. Felton gets the steal. Henley brings one in, the other's thrown out. 3-1. 3-1.
That's ball 4. Safe.
K walks Hawk with 2 outs. RBI double for Quan. It's 4-1. RBI double for Tibbs. It's 5-1.
You're out. Out.
2-out single for PCA. He gets the steal. Caminero can't bring him in.
Out. 3. Out.
Felton a 1-out double.
3. Out.
No follow-up.
3. You're out.
Solo shot from Hawk. 6-1. 6-1. Grant Taylor is in
Number 31.
just to try to mitigate the damage for the moment. It's a leadoff double for Willits.
Out. You're out.
No follow-up at all. The boys are choking under the pressure here.
Take. 3.
We're just desperately trying to keep this differential to 5. Leadoff double for Junior. Teal brings him in on a follow-up double. Henley an RBI single.
Out. Out.
It's 6-3.
Safe. 3. Take. Out.
Double play, Taylor out of it. We go to the bottom of the 6th.
3. 3.
And they strike out the side.
3. You're out. Out.
Taylor gets through it. Bottom of the 7th.
Now pitching for St. Louis.
Junior
Number
singles.
12.
Teal singles.
Out.
Felton into a fielder's choice.
Safe.
He'll steal second.
Ball 4. Take
Henley walks, bases loaded for Alexis. Dance. Thank you, baseball gods. Alexis Dionis ties this game. Whew. Kayfabe, you missed quite a bit. That's what you missed. We are tied at 6. Willits with one out
Now pitching for St. Louis.
is
Number
down.
57,
Walters as well.
Cervello.
Good outing from Taylor. It's
Now
got to be
pitching for the
Josh
White
Hader.
Sox. Number
8th
61,
inning, tied at 6.
Josh
Hader puts him down in order.
3,
Hazel down. PCA down. Caminero
St. Louis.
down. We go to the 9th. Dugan down. Culpepper singles.
safe,
And Rodriguez gives them the lead on an RBI double.
safe, 3,
Bottom of the 9th, down by 1. Cardinals hold on. There will be a Game 7 tomorrow.
Now pitching for
Jeremiah Estrada
number 56,
against Kyle Teal.
Jeremiah Estrada.
Grounds out. Dougie Felton grounds out. Matt Henley is done, and the Cardinals take Game 6. We go to Game 7. The second time this postseason, Josh Hader has allowed a 9th inning home run that proved to be the difference maker. We have one game left in this season. A brutal showing from Norman Kay. A great outing from Taylor. Hader allowed 1 run, and that was 1 too many. One more game. One more. Who's it gonna be? And honestly, from here, we will take a look at the numbers again and try to put out the best lineup that we can. And do whatever we can to try and get this team over the finish line. It gives us a look at what these guys have done so far, how the numbers may have changed. Gives me a chance to really think about what I want this lineup to be, you know? Dougie Felton still has been just absolutely incredible. Quiones as well. I mean, for a guy that was just viewed as kind of a dude, he has been outstanding. As a Cardinals fan, I want them to win. As a Tukey fan, I want you to win. Well, I mean, hey, if you're looking forward to a new challenge, then you definitely want to root for me to win. Because we could start that tonight. I haven't really decided what that new challenge is going to be. So there would be an open forum. In that regard, Junior Caminero, not good. Not good, sir. Not good. Eli Willits has still been pretty solid. And then center field, I mean, PCA at the plate especially has it's been falling a bit. Anderley, I still don't think we can guarantee a job in this lineup. And then between Walters and Montgomery, it also hasn't been great. I mean, Walters has had some big moments, but in a general sense, it hasn't been amazing. For the pitchers, at this point, there's no such thing as a starter or a reliever. It's just whoever the hell is available. And I am going to use FIP as the deciding factor here. Not saying it's the best way to go about it, but it kind of indicates what I prefer to look for in terms of pitching performance here. Shout out to Shota, who has not been that good. And, of course, McClendon, who is borderline unplayable. Not to mention Jimmy Merritt, who has not seen the mound in this series so far. Grant Taylor is bound to be very tired. But If we can, he'll be getting a chance in this game. Honestly, for certain people, it's just going to be by committee here. It's like, oh, this guy only has stamina. Even a starting pitcher, if they only have stamina for 2 innings, don't care. Don't care. We are going to be risky as hell here. And we're going to do whatever we have to do to get the guys who have been doing the best into this lineup, or it's just start Paul Skeens and hope for the best. Skeens has been kind of middling by this metric, unfortunately. I mean, he's also pitched the most. I feel like there's no way we're starting Merritt, certainly. Yamazaki with freaking 19.5 Ks per night. Which is just nuts. Okay. Game 7. Do we go with Skeens? I feel like we have to. The alternative is we use Hader for like an inning or two because he's been our best pitcher. He's been our best pitcher in this postseason, and keeping him away from the 9th inning is probably a good idea. Or do we go with Big Money Paul? I mean, we played it right to have Skeens ready for Game 7. Let's not overthink it. Let's use Skeens. Lineup-wise, it is going to be Felton, Teal, Henley, Willett, Quiones, PCA, Walters, Caminero, and Braden Montgomery draws back into this lineup. That is what we are going with. That's what we're going with. Game 7 of the World Series. On our home turf.
Safe. Out.
Paul Skeens on the mound.
Safe.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs.
Out.
And Miller pops up, thank God.
Out.
1 out single for Teal. Henley, the 2-run shot. White Sox take the lead.
3.
Matt Henley
You're out.
continues to be unbelievable.
Take. Out.
Culpepper into a fielder's choice. Rodriguez grounds out.
That's ball 4.
PCA.
Safe.
Let's small ball it. Walters reached on an error.
Out.
Caminero sac fly.
You're out.
Felton 2-out single. Teal can't bring him in. 1 out single for Quan. Tibbs as well.
3.
Martinez down. 3-run shot. Aiden Miller. We are tied. Solo shot, Matt Henley. 4-3 White Sox.
You're out. Ball 4. Take the base.
Walters, the RBI double. It was nearly 2.
3.
5-3, primarily thanks to Matt Henley.
Out. 3. Out.
And a good inning for Skeens.
You're out.
Felton doubles.
Out.
Henley brings him in at 6-3. Dude, Matt Henley. If he doesn't win World Series MVP, who would at this point? 6-3 White Sox.
Out.
2-out single for Tibbs.
3.
Now pitching for
Their
St.
starter is out.
3.
Number 26.
3.
2-out single for Walters. No follow-up.
Out. You're out. 3.
Skeens does it again.
Out. 3.
We're through
Ball
6.
4. Take your base.
And that will do it for Paul Skeens. We are going to go for Josh Hader,
Sox.
who has statistically been our best pitcher.
Josh Hader.
We'll see if he blows it.
Safe. That's ball 4.
Bases loaded, no outs.
Take. Out.
Sack fly at 6-4.
Safe. Ball 4. take your base.
Walks the bases loaded again.
Safe.
That's it for Hader. Rondell Williamson
The White Sox. Number 33.
gives up a 2 RBI single, 6-6.
Safe. Out.
7-6 Cardinals.
3.
Now pitching for St. Louis.
Henley leadoff double.
2.
Willits can't bunt him over.
You're out.
Quiones can't bring him in. PCA can't bring him in. We stranded him.
3.
1 out single for Culpepper.
3. Safe.
Rondell
Out.
gets out of it. Bottom of the 8th.
Out.
Walters down.
You're out.
Caminero down.
Now pitching for St. Louis.
Montgomery ties the game on a solo shot. It's 7 apiece. We put Braden Montgomery back in this lineup, and he delivers. A single for Felton. He gets caught stealing. We go to the 9th inning. And it is up to destiny from here. We are tied. Game 7 of the World Series. 7-7.
Welcome in, John Shambi, Chris Singleton. Late stages of this
Stephen
one. Nobody out in
Kwan
the ninth.
will lead off. It's been everything you could hope a World Series to be. Rondell will stay on at least for this at-bat against Stephen Kwan. Who's it going to be? It has been a back-and-forth Game 7, to say the least. And a hit by Kwan to right center. Caught by Armstrong.
Man, if that drops right there, they would have gotten the potential winning run on base, maybe even in the scoring
One
position.
down.
But
It's
that's just one of those
James
hang with
Tibbs the third, 11
Now it's the DH.
for
James
29
Tibbs
in
the
this
third.
series. Monk's
Second
sweating.
for
He
the
doesn't
White
know
Sox
why.
in their bullpen, Grant Taylor. a
It's
right-hander
Grant
with
Taylor.
strikeout stuff.
I would have
He's
gone
gonna
for
get fired up.
Yamazaki, but Taylor's not a bad choice at the pen here.
All tied up here in the late stages of Game 7. And that's a little high.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes,
Rondell
and
was a
that's what you
closer
think
who
of.
looked like he was
Good
going to be
pitches to strike,
insane.
but
Only ended up being a
sometimes
C
pitchers are
potential.
trying
He's
to
been
tease
pretty
the
good,
zone.
though.
The last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good
That's ball
pitches,
3.
but even better takes.
But it is a
Orelvis
3-0 count to
Martinez
Tibbs.
in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
Rondell.
Up the middle.
It's a short diving effort.
From his knees.
Out number 2.
Oh, man, great diving play over there.
Eli Willits.
Reaching base. Here in the 9th inning, that's absolutely huge.
Woo.
You love to see that kind of play made in big moments by the defense.
What an effort by the recent free agent signing.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the
And it
dugout.
will be
Will make a
Grant
move to the
Taylor.
pen. Rondell Williamson done for the night. And it's
Right
a tie
on.
ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Holy. Grant Taylor and a view of that guy's crotch. Closing time.
Now pitching for
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Grant Taylor. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Against Orelvis Martinez. First pitch swinging. Grounds to second.
And that is that.
And we go to the bottom of the 9th.
Tied 7-7.
Teal, Henley, Willits due up. With the old commissioner's trophy up for grabs.
Now pitching for
Back now as
Against
they hand the
Luis
ball to a freshman
Curvello.
to start the bottom of the ninth.
He's been
Luis
pretty good this
Curvello.
postseason.
And here's the catcher, Kyle Teal.
Kyle Teal.
catcher.
Regardless of this result, it's probably his last game as a White Sox. We have a young prodigy of a catcher ready to take over. Teal is going to foul it down the left field line. He is one of the few who has been here the whole time. Swings and misses on that slider. You check to see who had the largest payroll after this? If you remind me, yes.
The closer of the staff is
If you
throwing.
remind me. One swing of the bat can end it. And Teal takes a high slider.
Well, he's gonna have some thinking to
Down
do
he
in the ballpark
goes.
After this one, that was his third strikeout, and this one looking obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Matt Henley
So up next,
steps in.
And it may be a long
A
shot,
chance
but
to win
Triple
this
Hero through the
series.
cycle.
And fouls one off to start. 12 of 36, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs in this World Series. He has 2 today. Is it Matt Henley's time? Fouls one off. A quick 0-2 hole.
the 0-2. And that's too high.
Lays off the high fastball. 1-2.
To the right
Henley
side.
to first. Can he leg it out? No, he can't. 2 down. Not the at-bat we needed from Henley.
Shortstop, number 25.
And next will be the cleanup.
And Eli Willits.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any
286
success
average
against him.
this postseason. Ravello deals
There's the
for strike 1.
95 of that one.
Willits had that great defensive play in the top of the 9th.
Ripped, but it
And
curls
fouls
foul.
one off. Behind first base, another quick 0-2 hole.
Trying to
It's the
send
10th
this
pitch
extra
from
innings.
Carvello.
Swing
Willits
back,
down the
bounce
line,
to
it's
the
foul.
ground. And that's just foul.
The
The
0-2.
0-2. The shortstop
Slider
takes the
misses.
ball.
World Series on the line.
That's to
Willits,
third.
grounder to third. We will go to extra innings to decide a champion.
Extras in the World Series.
Ugh.
White Sox. And this
That's a
remains
tall pole.
7-all tie.
Now pitching for the
Back
White
now,
Sandy
we're at
Cox
extras.
is
Raising
on.
the arm on the mound, Sandy Cox.
He has been statistically our 4th best pitcher this postseason. Absolutely dreadful against lefties, though.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Aiden Miller.
Aiden Miller, the home run shot earlier, looked like it was the winning hit for them. Takes a fastball for strike 1. A World Series like this in real life would feed families, yeah. Big boy, yeah. I think it's a weird thing. I don't know. Did it? Yeah. Did Taylor only? Taylor threw more than one pitch. I thought he did.
That one fouled hard.
Did he only throw one pitch and leave?
The 1-2. Gets a
Don't tell
piece
anybody.
And stays alive.
Don't tell anybody.
1-2
A
now.
quick 1-2 from Sandy Cox. Wow, how'd he make contact with that slider? Somewhere Kevin Nash smiled. One pitch, done. Pay me. And Cox gets him swinging on the fastball.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has
Puts
become
down
such a
Aiden
big
Miller.
pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone.
Great
elevate it a
deal
little bit, get a lot of
from
swings
Sandy,
and
but
misses, and that's a really nice
it's
job.
Juan Escobar.
Escobar.
And we know he's
Wants to
struggled
hit,
against
takes ball
lefties.
1.
Okay. I have to be honest with everybody. I think I'm done with MLB until there's a patch for stability. I can't take it anymore, man. I understand server issues for Diamond Dynasty. I cannot deal with this game freezing from a franchise mode perspective. It is Game 7 extra innings of the World Series, and my fucking game just froze. I might have to be done with this until there's some patches to fix the stability, because this is awful. I'm trying to keep myself a bit composed here because I'm very angry. I am very angry right now. Wow. That is like 10 times now I think this game's crashed. And, I don't know. I'm sure it's just going to bring us right back to Game 7. But, yeah. That's so brutal, dude. That is so brutal. I am, can't say I'm that happy of a fellow right now. Fuck, man. I just want to see where it stopped. It's probably just right at the beginning of Game 7. Wow. Like that was the perfect scenario
Hey everyone,
that you can
it's
hope
Jessica
for
Mendoza. Welcome to the
as
show.
a franchise player in my position that doesn't play every second of every game. Yeah. You know what? I'm not saying I'm going to save this. However, I'm going to make a separate save file. We'll name this after Waluigi and just call this Wa. Just in case it takes too long for them to fix this, and I don't come back to this White Sox franchise, the St. Louis Cardinals win the World Series. If I come back to this, if they fix this game from a stability standpoint, I'll come back to this run and we'll sim Game 7 again. But if I don't come back to this because it just takes too long to fix the issues, at least that way there is an ending for those who cared. We lost. But, I mean, the real loser right now is SDS because, man, this is rough. This is real rough. I don't think I've seen... Like, dude, this rivals any of the bad launches from a game stability standpoint that I have seen from any EA Sports title, from any NBA 2K. I mean, this is bad. There's just no way to sugarcoat it. Okay. Gotta be honest. I'm angry. like, a lot of people, like, in the past with, like, the controller spikes and stuff like that have thought that that's angry. No, like, I'm angry. I'm gonna end the stream. I gotta be honest. I don't want to carry this anger over to any other game. Like, that's the type of crash where it's like, dude, I don't even want to, I don't want to play anything right now. I just, honestly, I want to go do the dishes and just step away. At least I'll be able to get a Nordic challenge out for the YouTube side of things. At the very least, I'll be able to do that. Yeah, no, I'm in a real fucking sour mood after that, so I don't think I'd be able to be entertaining for you guys right now. Again, I don't want to carry that frustration over to another game. So we will be back tomorrow with what I don't know, because this was the plan. So maybe it will be, I mean, it could be so many different things. It could be so many different things. I can't even think about what I'd even switch to right now otherwise, aside from maybe like TEW, but like, yeah. So, we are going to call it there. We're going to go say hi to Baffle on the way out, but I do want to mention that, like, Sammy's live right now, Franchise Time Machine, Terry O, and of course there's plenty of other people in this directory right now. But we're going to go say hi to Baffle. I'd appreciate it if you stuck around for the raid. That'll take 30 more seconds of your time. Again, I will be back tomorrow night. We'll be playing something else. I do have Out of the Park Baseball. Maybe it's Out of the Park Baseball. Maybe that's my excuse to test that out. But again, I just don't want to carry this frustration over to anything else. So we're going to end it there. I will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with me. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you then. I'm going to go try to not put my fist through a fucking wall.